Yes, my dear friends, welcome back to the channel GH247 News. Wherever you are around the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, Canada, Australia, or even in Asia, ladies and gentlemen, this is GH247 News channel, the channel that's made for you that is in the diaspora, on the continent of Africa, and even you in Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, Ghana's gold is a hot cake right now on the international market. Gold prices have been soaring higher and higher as the days goes by, whilst oil has just recently risen again due to the war in Iran. Right now, oil prices are beginning to soar higher. But before then and all these whiles, the gold price around the world on the international market has been rising and going higher and higher each day. As we speak, gold is $5,123 per ounce. And guess what? Ghana government has decided to do something unexpected. Remember, Ghana was once called the Gold Coast due to the abundance of gold on that part of the continent of Africa. And as Gold Coast, it is expected that the gold of the land will benefit the nationals of Ghana. The countrymen and women where gold is being exploited, they should be the first and foremost beneficiaries. The government of Ghana has decided to introduce a new tax bill in a parliament. Before the introduction and before the bill will be passed in Ghana's parliament, the international community, the big guns around the world, the US, China, Australia, they all came together. The UK, Great Britain for that matter, they all came together to give Ghana a warning by indicating that will destabilize the market. For once, Ghana's gold has brought China and the US on one table, on one business table. Two countries that never agreed on any business issue. Ghana brought these two nations, US and China, to sit on a table because of Ghana's gold. Ladies and gentlemen, isn't that surprising? To see enemies coming together because of a small nation, Ghana. Two huge giants coming together to agree, at least for once, because of a small Ghana, but mighty. Small Ghana, but mighty. It is time Ghanaians begin to benefit from their own natural resources. I'm happy the president announced that from 2030, the nation Ghana will no longer export its raw materials outside. Ghana can only export end product, be it cocoa. No more cocoa bean export from 2030. Gold will be refined in Ghana. It has already started. Ladies and gentlemen, iron ore will be refined in Ghana. Every mineral resources that is in Ghana will no longer be exported in its raw form, but in an end product form, which of course will generate more value for Ghanaians. It will create jobs. Now, what did Ghana say that brought US and China together? That brought Great Britain and South Africa and Australia all together on one table. Ghana has decided that instead of taking loyalty, for 5%, instead of taking 5% as loyalty tax, Ghana decided to introduce what they call a sliding tax between 5%, 6% to 12%. When the gold prices begins to rise, the tax will rise along that path. When it's falling, it will fall and settle on the 5-6% tax. But when it's going up, it will keep increasing until 12%. When it's coming down, it will come down until 5-6%. This has been the position of Ghana government, and lo and behold, America stood up. Why would America stand against a sovereign nation's, laws? I thought Donald Trump is the one that started this trade war by imposing on other nations extraordinary tax for their products. Today, America, the same America, is fighting Ghana for introducing what is termed as a sliding tax. To the extent, America for once agreed with China, causing the diplomats, the American embassy, the British embassy, Chinese embassy, they all coming together to call the government to rescind its decision. But guess what? I trust my president. I trust my president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Said no, the bill will be passed. If you are not interested in paying the sliding tax, step out. As it stands, ladies and gentlemen, the bill has been successfully passed in the Parliament of Ghana. Now, the sliding tax is what is going to be implemented. Before I let you guys go, I want you to listen carefully to this audio or this video.
With gold above $5,000 US, Ghana has effectively jumped to the maximum 12%, more than double the old rate. And it's not just gold. Lithium is moving to a similar scale. The goal, to rake in more mineral revenues for infrastructure projects such as schools and hospitals. But others warn the scale may backfire, pushing investment into neighboring countries.
Investment, whether they are local or they are foreign, they are rational. And so where they will get their best return for their investment is where they are going to go to. So our proposal to government was the fact that we needed to find a sweet spot where government benefits with the heightened price of gold. The people in these communities where gold is mined also get to get some of their roads and some heritage project done that they could point to, that when gold prices were high, this is what the benefits they got.
On the streets, support for the new royalty hike is strong.
The first question I want to ask, those companies protesting, are they Ghanaian companies? If they are foreign companies, the land belongs to Ghanaians. And therefore, we have to get a major percentage from the mines that they are doing.
I think it's a good move. It's a high time Ghana gets something out of from revenue, because the foreigners come in and then they take whatever they want and then leave us. That 5%, I think it's too small.
But mining giants aren't cheering. Companies like Newmont and Goldfields warn that the hike could choke future investment. And in a rare diplomatic move, the US, UK, and China have lodged a joint protest. Their argument, if Ghana gets too expensive, the big money will simply move next door.
If you introduce this sliding scale, yes, you may accrue some revenue, but the net effect will be some job losses, close to about 1 million jobs, because the investment required did not come in. You are not going to get the employees' tax from companies, and what have you.
So, is Ghana playing with fire or finally claiming a fair share of its gold?
There are other mechanisms, or if you like, policies that are going to be subsequently rolled out to ensure that foreign mining companies, for example, have
Ladies and
very
gentlemen,
pleasant
you've
working
heard
experiences in Ghana.
It is what it is. And I'm happy that even some Ghanaians in Ghana, they are backing their government up. It is Ghana's gold, and Ghanaians must be the ultimate beneficiaries. I end my case here for now. I'll see you guys on the next one. You see me. Share the video, like the video, and let me hear from you in the comment section. Shalom and peace.